the auditioning process for Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, oh yeah. Well, I,
You got a call from your agent?
literally, yeah, I was doing it my whole life.
You were
because
doing Winnie the Pooh your whole life.
Well, just for a joke, like playing Monopoly. I believe I shall buy Park Place, you know, as something like, you know, something silly.
So you always were doing it, joking around,
Yeah.
never thinking.
And Tigger, of course, yeah. Well, by the time I was old enough to do it professionally, he had been gone for 20 some years, because the originals were out in the mid 60s and I was in, you know, grade school. And you know, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2, Winnie the Pooh and a Day for ER, and Winnie the Pooh and
Can
the
you do an
Blustery
ER
Day.
too?
Well, that's not me.
I know, but could you do it?
Thanks for noticing me.
Of
But
course.
but see, that's
My
the funny
therapist
thing.
said my ex-girlfriend was Eeyore. He goes, you're dating Eeyore.
You're dating an Eeyore.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Well, they all are indications. They're all like Pooh is ignorance and bliss, and you know, and Tigger is boundless exuberance. Rabbit is fretting and worrying. And if you think about it, you know, and Eeyore is gloom and doom.
We're all one of those characters.
They're all, yeah,
Right.
It's all the various situations that we carry around with us. But no, I auditioned for Pooh, for Pooh, Tigger, Beaver, and Eeyore. I didn't feel good about Kanga, you know, but I came home and I went, I nailed Eeyore. I am so going to be Eeyore, you know, and I told my agent, Sandy, I said, so how'd it go? How'd it go? And Eeyore, right here. And so about a week and a half later, she calls me up. She goes, well, I have good news, but I do have bad news. What do you want to hear first? And I go, oh God, give me the bad news. And she says, well, they came back. They listened to the auditions. Disney did this. And that. You're not Eeyore. I said, God damn, you're kidding. You're kidding me. Who's Eeyore?
Damn.
And she says, well, it's Peter Cullen. And I go, oh,
Of course.
well, okay. Peter Cullen, well, of course he is. You lose a job to Peter Cullen. Everyone loses a job to Peter Cullen. So I said, all right. So, all right. Well, what's the good news? She goes, well, you're Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. I said, screw Eeyore. Eeyore Schmeeyor. You know, who is he again? That stupid donkey? You know,
Both of them, though.
Yeah, but yeah.
You thought,
Well, yeah, I thought I was doing well with one. And it turns out that, you know, the great Paul Winchell, we became friends. Still friends with his daughter to this day. But he was, of all things, curing hunger in Biafra by going back and forth to Africa and docking on the good ship Hope. And he secured a grant to breed, well, they're called mud puppies, and they live in the banks of the Mississippi River, and they got little bitty legs. They're like salamanders and fish put together. Hideous, horrible looking creatures. There's a technical name that escapes me right now, but apparently, you can raise them in mud, first of all, and you throw them a leaf and they're good. But apparently you can eat them. And they're nothing but nutrition. So he developed a program where he would go over to Africa and teach them how to do that and cure hunger. I mean, you know, Knucklehead Smith, Tigger, cures hunger. Let's see, what else? Oh, by the way, he also invented a prototype for the artificial heart. Typical guy.
guy.
Yeah, and he probably was a good tap dancer too. What the hell?
Do you remember,
Renaissance man.
Do you remember your audition for Winnie the Pooh? Do you remember any of the things you said, or is it just a blur?
No, I really
What's your
don't.
favorite line that people ask you to say? Or
Well, everybody wants "oh bother," you know. and
True.
It's kind of, you know, tried and true. But I always say, "Please pass the honey," or some such, you know, some variation on that. And then inevitably at conventions, somebody will say, "Could you tell my girlfriend that I want to?" No.
is that what you say? No, I'm not
No,
going to do it.
no,
I'm
no.
not going to do it.
No, Pooh's not going to do that, because I feel like I'm a caretaker, you know, of this tradition. And no, Winnie the Pooh will not talk dirty for you. No,
They want that. You can't do
every
that.
few months. No,
And you won't.
no, you don't want to. You want to poop on the coffee table, do you?
Well, do you ever say anything to your wife in any of these impressions?
all the time?
But
No,
those
I'm just kidding. Yeah, but no, it's something about a smackerel of honey. I can't remember.
What do they
that one.
ask you to say as Tigger?
Well, they always want me to sing the whole damn. The wonderful thing about Tigger is Tigger, the wonderful things. Their tops are made of rubber. Their bottoms are made of springs. They're bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, bouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one. I'm the only one. They always want me to do
Good
that, and I never do
Lord.
that. Okay, maybe I do it every now and then.